Nestled inside one of the capital's traditional alleys, or hutong, is a hidden gem. Yuebin was the first privately run restaurant to open after the late leader Deng Xiaoping started his reforms. Under Chairman Mao, everything was owned by the state.
Well, Mr. Guo certainly seems to have found a recipe for success. Almost 30 years since he first opened his restaurant here, business is flourishing. There are people from different generations, and he's even opened a restaurant nearby, another one. And as you'll see, we're going to go in now. There are people who are enjoying themselves, and they've chosen to come here, even though in Beijing nowadays there are all different kinds of restaurants to choose from. Fast food restaurants, all types. Let's go in now and have a look.
The restaurant features signature dishes that are a source of pride for the owners. Guo Peiji and his wife Liu Guixian opened Yuebin in 1980, and they now employ nearly 20 people in their two restaurants.
Just like everyone of that time, the farmers became rich, and I became rich also. Everyone got rich. We all found our way to get rich together.
A mother of 5, Liu Guixian decided that she would be better able to help support her family by opening a private restaurant. At the time, the relatively small number of restaurants in Beijing were all owned and operated by the state. When she initially went to the Industrial and Commercial Bureau to ask for permission, she was turned down. She insisted and returned regularly for a month until they relented. A journalist had reported on her quest, and this had apparently also influenced the decision-makers. The Bureau provided a guarantee for her to get a 500 yuan bank loan. On the first day of business, there was a long line of customers in the hutong. Now Guo Peiji and his wife own a car, something that even 20 years ago was a rarity, and the streets were swarming with bicycles. At Yuebin, you almost feel like you are somewhere in the countryside. Some overseas visitors are not enthusiastic, but many thrive on such a family-like atmosphere. This couple from France told us they read about Yuebin in their guidebook, and they were enjoying their meal. The reforms have brought a whole new lifestyle to many people in China, especially residents of urban areas. But despite the economic and sometimes superficial social changes, there has not been much progress in political reform. But in big cities, the social inequalities and political control remain largely below the surface. Back in the hutong near Mr. Guo's two restaurants, his success story perhaps symbolizes the opportunities which the reforms have offered many of China's citizens. 60 years after the founding of the People's Republic, the living standards of millions have improved, and their aspirations are likely to impact the rest of the world. Neva Wyman, BON.